It's week 3 of the 2036 season, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. Who knows what we're in store for here under the lights on Thursday night?
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Evans now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and it sets up first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, they'll run. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down. Now, Brock, we get a look at their draft class from this year. A group that, regardless of reviews around the league, they are very happy with.
Well, beyond the physical traits, there are certain types of players teams are just looking for in the draft. Guys who fit the identity and culture of the building and also match up with their schemes on the field. Looking at a couple names in front of us here, Kate, they just feel like they belong with this franchise.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Looking for a throw here. Throw left side, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the touchdown. The Dragons finish up an excellent opening series. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying those things here.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short game. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Begins his return at the 16. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll throw it. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. Throw left side, caught by Douglas. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They send a man in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Dropping back to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Man in motion here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 31. Escapes the pocket. Stiff arm six set. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dragons take a 13-0 lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
Brings us 3rd and 3.
Another carry for him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. He's got it at the 24. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Dragons back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. From the 34. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. We'll set it down, score him at the 38. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. He'll throw it. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Running it after the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. Offense to the line for 2nd down. throwing now from the gun. Finds the in route complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Setting up the screen. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. From the red zone now. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. Now makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage in this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Forced out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Dragons get more points to end a lopsided first half. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dragons stretch their lead to 21. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Dragons out in front. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa. A big test for the Bucs at home as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the New York Giants. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. It is caught left side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll send their tight end right. Back now, pressure on its way. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Throwing the out route complete. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing from the gun here. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Scooped up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The Dragons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Completed to his running back. Escapes a defender. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll give them a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's able to push forward to the 25. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles. It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Lone back gets the handoff. And this one's going to come to a stop down at the 13-yard line. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3. This brings up 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Touchdown! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dragons continue piling onto this lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints come marching onto the field. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Throwing now on first down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pass play coming here. Complete out to the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now.
To the 49-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's on the move. He lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Finds his back complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Saints ball as we start the fourth, but any efforts might just be futile facing that deficit. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Results in a 4th down.
Running back sent in motion. He's got it to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got a man left. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
3rd down and 7.
They'll try and throw it here. Finds a man right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort.
Oh, no, he lost control of another one. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. First down, ball at the 36. Hand off to the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets this forward to the 19. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 19. Caught near the goal line. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And this onside kick doesn't go their way. The hands team makes the cover. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week and find a way to flush this, because it's just not been their kind of game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Has room inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown. The Dragons keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Hauled in left side. The ball is out! Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. We're on the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. One of the tight ends motioning left. Here he is on third and long. Wow, it's free again! And it's picked up by the defense.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Dragons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. On first down, they'll run. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Now a give running right. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. Back to the well again. And he's got 4 on the run. Man, that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. Third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4. Another carry for him. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. First down, and they go right back to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dragons emerge as winners as we say so long from New Orleans.